Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and today we're back with another Overwatch lore video. Now, in this game called Overwatch, there are many factions at play. It's often too easy to think of characters as being members of Overwatch post-recall and enemies of Overwatch, but as I've said many times before, there are many characters that are actually belonging to independent factions that are not on either side. There's no true good or evil in this universe, since everyone has their own objective or mindset. And there's no better example of this than Symmetra. Satya Vaswani, later known as Symmetra, hails from Hyderabad, India. According to some of the lines from her comics, she grew up in less than ideal conditions, and she did not find it an enjoyable experience. Things would change when she was found to possess the necessary aptitude to be a hard-light architect. Hard-light technology was first developed by the Vishkar Corporation of southern India, and it was a radical new technology that allowed architects to simply create physical objects using light-bending techniques. They would simply be able to visualize the objects they wanted to create and bring them into reality within the blink of an eye. The Vishkar Corporation used this to their advantage by building self-sustaining cities to house the displaced population of India following the Omnic Crisis. One such city was named Utopia, and like all other cities built by Vishkar, it was made using the same hard-light technology. Satya Vaswani was selected at a very young age to be an architect of the Vishkar Corporation. She was sent to Vishkar's Architect Academy, isolated from the outside world, and never to return home. She immersed herself in her studies to escape the overwhelming loneliness she felt. She very quickly understood the practical applications of the technology and became one of the top students in her class. Instead of following her peers and their procedural methods of construction, Satya turned her method into an art form, weaving light into being using the motions of the traditional dance of her homeland. Quick to see her potential, the Vishkar Corporation gave her the codename Symmetra and sent her on secret missions around the world to uphold its corporate interests and expand its influence internationally. As seen in the comic issue A Better World, Symmetra was present in Rio de Janeiro, helping Vishkar secure a contract to help rebuild the slums of the city into a modern development. Their competitor, Colado, was a local developer that was favoured by the mayor due to their local influence and supposedly better connection with the people of Rio. Disgusted, Symmetra left the mayor's office and ran into a crowd of protesters outside. They were protesting the redevelopment of the slums, and Symmetra could not understand their way of thinking. To her, they were living in squalid conditions, and she couldn't understand why they would want that. After all, she was often asked by her handler where she thought she was on the autism spectrum, and as such she couldn't understand certain ways of thinking that people often displayed. Eventually, her handler, Sanjay Kapal, sent her on a secret mission to infiltrate the Colado headquarters to see if she could find some intel that could be used against them. She snuck in, making excellent use of the hard-light technology, and began searching. While she did succeed in finding some dirt on Colado, it wasn't anything damning enough to bring the company down. However, she was spotted by the guards and had to fight her way out. She quickly dispatched them using a non-lethal energy drain and escaped via teleporter. But as Symmetra escaped, the building suddenly exploded. It was clear that Sanjay had already planned to destroy Colado one way or another. But he would never confirm to Symmetra whether the explosion was Vishkar's work or not. With Colado out of the way, Vishkar stepped in to take up the contract and begin the redevelopment of the city's centre. However, after several months, the housing for the people had yet to be provided, and Symmetra could only tell herself that they were doing the right thing, that they were helping to create a better world for people, whether they wanted it or not. But that's the story of Symmetra. Like many other characters in Overwatch, she's neither inherently good or evil. Instead, it's all a matter of perspective. She believes that what she's doing is the right thing, but perhaps the people of Rio might not entirely agree with her. But what do you guys think? Is she really doing the right thing? Or does the end not justify the means here? Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. My name is Panzer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.